Due to possible harmful extremist content, parental discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of the station, its affiliates, or advertisers. The use of the show is only allowed with the express written permission of the producer and the host. So get ready for 2 hours of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show starting right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 29th, 2026. With me tonight in the house, we got Doc. What's up, Doc?
Howdy, howdy, folks. Not too much going on here. Well, at least not
No.
anyway.
Oh, I heard your neighborhood went off today.
Well, that was up the street. My police force is different than that police force, so they don't come down this way.
Yeah, I heard it was the third annual Fight a Cop Day in Portland.
Yeah, they had a good old time, and they got the throwdown on up there at the ice facility. It was fun times.
Yeah. Throwing bricks and rocks at people, getting arrested, fighting cops. It's just another weekend in Portland, folks.
Yeah, and it's getting warmer out, so they're getting a little bold.
Oh, yeah, they get all spicy when it gets hot. That's when they really start breaking stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a wild summer out here, especially if the No Kings protests keep getting sponsorship. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, okay, well, let's talk about that. I don't know. I mean, No Kings, who cares, right? It wasn't anywhere near as big as they were predicting. But I saw some reports on this, massive amounts of NGOs and corporations and whatnot that are sponsoring these things, paying for it. Yeah. It's crazy. For corporations, to be openly supporting this type of stuff, it's wild, Heck, they even had a branch of it going off in the UK where they truly do have a king, but it was in support of our No Kings rally where we truly and surely do not have a king.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Canada. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a veiled, just an anti-Trump protest. I think that's what we've seen it recurringly be. So, I mean, these are just the forever perpetual Democrat support machine creating chaos and havoc when we already have problems. It's pretty typical for their behavior. They waited till there was a little bit of chaos, and then they brought their little shock troop groups out. Mm-hmm.
And you know what I see when I look out there? I'm seeing a lot of Palestinian flags, hammer and sickle, You're seeing all of these causes that really don't have anything to do with a king, It's the same recycled people. It's just, hey, there's a protest. I'll show up and I'll bring my Palestine stuff and I'll get some air on that too. You know what I mean? And to go a step further, it's the geriatric crowd that's really out there nowadays. You look around.
Yeah, about 75%, if not more.
You look around, I saw some scenes in different cities where they, pan across the audience. Every single person there has gray hair and is white.
Yep.
Every last one of them, Like, you people have nothing better to do?
No, they don't have grandkids. These are all the aging boomer liberals that are, rallying against the dying of their existence. Their entire life was spent trying to build up this democratic, socialist utopia in America, and they're seeing it being torn down in front of their eyes. They don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder who watches Morning Joe, right?
Right, yeah.
In The View, you're like, who in the world, what kind of nut job actually watches The View and takes it seriously? I'll watch clips of it because they're funny, because they're just so dumb, But they sit there and like, oh, The View's coming on in 15 minutes. Honey, let's get in the golf cart and go home. I want to see The View. Yes, honey, I want to see The View too.
And it informs their political opinions, as you can clearly tell by their behavior.
Yeah, which is wild. And then the young ones out there are just the Antifa crowd. They'll go to any rally. They don't care what it is. The Antifa
as long
people,
as they can start problems. Yeah.
Yeah, the militant wing of the Democratic Party is willing to go do anything that is left wing. If they hate Donald Trump, they're going to show up and they're going to fight a cop. You know, it's just shocking where we are nowadays. It really is. So that's that. Let's move on. I didn't really want to get into that, nor did I want to open the show with it, for crying out loud. But yeah, it was a thing. It happened today, and you know, good luck to them. Let's move on. Instead, let's talk about something that we did open the show with a week or two ago, and we spent the better part of the first hour on it, which was the AI robotic powerhouse, this behemoth that is about to blow through the world, starting here in the United States. Now, did you happen to notice this week that the White House hosted an education summit with First Lady Melania Trump, and she came out, walked into the room with a American-made humanoid robot? Right?
Yep.
Did you see that clip?
Oh, I did. And I also saw the clips comparing the robot's gait to Biden's gait the last 2 years of his presidency, and I felt that was pretty funny. But yeah, no, I did see that. I'm very impressed how far along these robots are coming. I think this changeover is a lot closer than people realize.
Yeah, which is exactly what we were talking about a couple weeks ago, and how just absolutely incredible this could end up being by about the year 2030. And in essence, what she did by doing that, by walking out with that AI bot, was it's a signal to the country that the White House is going big into this. Okay, they're going to lean hard into it. And they want America to be the leader. And if America is the leader in the humanoid robotic world, then to the winner go the spoils. It is going to be so massive that we have to be at the forefront of it as a country. Once we make those first 1 million humanoid robots, they can then go build the next 5 million, who can then build the next 1 billion humanoid robots.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That seems to be the plan.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It's interesting to see that coming up here in the United States as something that the White House is going to be basically putting together an executive order in regards to by the end of this year. And I would hope that the Congress and Senate would get off their butts and turn that executive order into legislation. You know, before the midterms. Thank you very much.
There's a lot of work that Congress could be doing. Instead, they're on vacation. It's been probably one of the most disappointing congressional periods in quite some time. They have been an utter disappointment, to say the least. Yeah,
they have been. It's pretty pathetic. This is so simple. You know, the SAVE Act, nothing, easy peasy. They could get it done in a day. They choose.
It's an 80-20 issue. Everybody supports it, that is of an honest broker supports the SAVE Act. I don't understand why they don't pass it. Well, probably because the whoever pays their bills doesn't want it to pass. But the point is like that's just one of many. There's dozens of things that could have been codified into law and effectively changed the future of this country forever, and they refused to do it. They wanted to play typical politic games.
Mm-hmm. And now they're on vacation for the next 2 weeks. Must be nice.
Yep.
You know, it's the end of March. You take 2 weeks off. What, you get spring break or something?
Yeah,
I thought that was for the college kids.
And senators apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go back to your districts, make the money, put those dollars in the bank, and then get back to DC so you can do nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way the midterm years have kind of played out, especially as we get closer to summer, that they all just pack it in and decide to focus wholly on midterms, unfortunately.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's move around the world here. Let's go to Israel. Apparently, Cardinal Peter Battista Pizzaballa was denied entry into the the Holy Church of the Sepulchre?
Sepulchre? I think I can't remember. Yeah, I forget how it's pronounced.
Sepulchre. Yeah. Anyway, the place where Jesus came back to life, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the significance of it? Yeah. So it's Palm Sunday today, which commemorates that, and they denied a major cardinal, a group of 4 people, access to that specific church, which I think is in Bethlehem, which is part of the West Bank, i.e. Palestine, which is controlled, the church itself is controlled by the IDF or the Israeli police or whatever. But they, denied him entrance, saying that, during the war, most synagogues, churches, and mosques are limited to under 40 people. But there were 4 of them. So why was that denied? I don't know. It's kind of, a slap on the face to the guy. He should have been allowed to go in and pray. But, hey, I'm often pro-Israel. This was BS, though. This was BS.
Well, I think there's something that a lot of people forget about Israel is that they are a country just like America, and they have factions within their own country that have their own desires and wills. And there are these 2 factions, I know for sure, in Israel. There may be other factions involved, but there's one faction that is constantly irritating the Christians with doing stuff like this, and they do it intentionally to instigate the Christians. And they have their own desires for Israel and their own point of view, and it has nothing to do with Judaism as a whole. It's more of a political thing. But the idea that you would, on one of the most holy days in Christianity, interfere can only be seen as a slap in the face. There's really no other way it can be seen. Fortunately enough, they did eventually let them in. I heard the excuse was because they were afraid of rocket attacks, which didn't really make a lot of sense considering the religious implications. Like, the Muslims think Jesus was a prophet, so it's kind of weird that they would think that would happen. I mean, who knows, right? But I think it was more that internal stuff that we don't really hear about here in America more than it was anything else.
Yeah, exactly. And then Netanyahu came out later with a statement saying that he would, extra open it for the next week or 2.
Right.
To get us through Easter. And so there you go. It is what it is.
Well, it looks bad for him politically. He can't be having that kind of stuff go on while he's trying to deal with all these other things. Like, that's just bad politics for him to have that happen. I'm sure somebody's getting fired or reprimanded for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming up. So we'll see, where things go. Honestly, it's interesting to talk about, since we're over there, let's talk about the Iran war a little bit. A couple of interesting things have come about. I've got a clip here from a UAE minister who's basically saying that they're putting the entire world on shock. They're trying to break the global economy by shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. 30% of all the fertilizers in the world go through there. 30% of all global fertilizers go through the Strait of Hormuz. Think about that. That's your food supply this summer. All over the world. That's a big deal. Obviously, energy goes through there like crazy. And they're also one of the biggest exporters of chopsticks.
Interesting. I did not know that.
I didn't know. I just made that up.
They are one of the biggest exporters of helium, though, which is needed for the production of computer chips. So that's also an issue. But
yeah. So and they're bombing the UAE. 3 people died the other day, and one of the drones that was shot down, it was collateral damage, but they're just shooting it at civilians anyways. When they're shooting into Israel, they're not shooting at military targets. They just shoot at people, at homes. They're doing the same thing in civilian areas of the UAE.
Well, there's a reason for that, though. I mean, that we moved all of our guys off of our military bases into hotels. We've been operating the war out of hotels. So, I mean, they may be civilian targets, which is, of course, terrible, but there's a reason for that. Like they're attempting to drive the economic and functional aspects of society away. That's what they're trying to do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but some people think that they're just doing it to be evil. No, they have a plan. There's a reason why they're doing it.
Well, the UAE, though, is, again, what do they do? You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of rich people sitting around there. All it is just billionaires. If you're a billionaire, you're probably in Dubai right now. Well, not right now, actually. They're scrambling to get out of there. Not that they scramble very often, but I know a lot of their super yachts were left behind, which is kind of a big deal when your super yacht is locked in behind a potential sea of landmines or sea mines. You know what I mean?
No, it hasn't been good for the global wealthy in that region. It hasn't been good at all for them.
And a lot of them, I was watching this thing about the super yachts. It's interesting. They call their insurance, and the insurance is like, no, if you take it out of there, you're on your own. So your $300 million ship is completely uninsured if you take it out of there. As soon as you get to, wherever, you're good to go. We'll put the insurance back on. But when you're going through that strait, nope, you're on your own. So wild to think about that. You know what I mean? And what are they doing? They're just pissing off a lot of the wealthiest people in the world. And the UAE, man, it's got a lot of things going for it, but also it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's in the middle of nowhere, which is great because it's at the center of every air flight that goes through anywhere in Asia and Australia and Europe and South America. South Africa. Heck, even New York and the East Coast. You know what I mean? So it's centrally located. It's really strategic from a global airline standpoint, which brings a lot of stopover people through there. And then they go check out the city and they say, wow, this is amazing. And they stay, but they're investing in these multi-million-dollar homes that are built literally on sand in the ocean. Man-made islands made of sand in the middle of the ocean.
Yep.
Tell me that's a good idea long run. If that country starts running out of money, you know how fast those things are going to sink back into the ocean and the houses with them?
Yeah, that's why they tried to pivot significantly and worked with the U.S. so closely to do so to digital, supporting data centers and using their extra fuel to burn to create energy for electrical generation, different stuff like that. They've been trying to convert their economy over from to a more production oriented, and that's what Iran has been targeting all throughout that region. Just devastating attacks on the commercial and industrial buildup that they've put there.
Mm-hmm. So I mentioned a couple developments, and then I got kind of sidetracked by UAE. But Saudi Arabia has joined the battle. They have announced yesterday that they are now side by side with the United States, boots on the ground, so to speak, if needed, and they're in, all in to help this thing come to an end because Riyadh is getting bombed. They're pissed.
Well, yeah. Well, and they decided a long time ago that they were going to angle to be one of the bigger powers in that region, and Iran is competition. So why not help out your supporting neighbors? I mean, that's really, it makes sense for them to side with Israel and the United States in this, considering their connections to the global economic system.
Yeah. And the Abraham Accords and all that stuff. It's,
Exactly. Yeah.
They kind of looked past it all to say, hey, Abraham, we're all Abrahamic religion, so let's just work together. And hey, man, once they start doing that, then you got peace in the Middle East. Right now, we've got one big, problem, and that is Iran. And again, you and I spoke about this when it started up. We heard, what did we hear? 4 weeks? Remember that?
Yeah, I'm hearing we're planning for another month at least, so we'll see.
It's been 4 weeks right now. It started on the 1st, and it's the 29th now.
And JD just came out today, and it was today or yesterday, was talking about probably another month, maybe 2, before they're done. I mean, again, this is, of course, if they don't get some sort of deal with these backdoor negotiations, these intermediary negotiations they have going on, kind of tentative at the moment. If that works out, great, but it really feels like to me that they're planning on another month and trying to put some boots on the ground, because we've got about 50,000 ground troops in the area right now.
Yeah. And again, we don't want that. We don't want any boots on the ground. I heard talks about a mission where it might be needed to go in and basically get the enriched uranium and just take it out so they can't sell it on the black market or do anything with it. Don't like it, but if that's the thing and they actually go in there and get the stuff and then leave, the key is they leave. They go in and get it and then leave, right?
Well, that's the whole key of this thing, yeah.
And move in and set up generators and toilets and, mess halls and all that stuff. No. Because once they go in, they got to go all in. They can't just kind of go in with like a few tents and hang out on the corner. They got to go in. No, we don't want that. But if they go in and leave, I can maybe live with that. I said before, if this is a 30-day operation, we look back on it in November. It was a 30-day operation. I barely remember it. It just happened so quick. It was done and over. Now, 60 days, kind of the same, but not. No, I want to see some end to this well before 60 days. They asked for 4 weeks. I gave them 4 weeks. I gave them full endorsement. Now you're working on borrowed time, Mr. President.
And I think you're in the majority. I think your opinion on this is pretty much the majority as far as I can tell. As far as the people I've spoken to, they weren't thrilled about it. They didn't like the idea of putting ground troops, and they certainly don't like the idea of being in there extended. But if it works the way that they laid the plan out, then fine. And that's, if they can get out of there now and work some kind of deal out, they might be able to turn the midterms around. And that's my hope, because I'm more concerned about the communists than I am anything that the Islamicists do. The communists here in America they're licking their chops for midterms. They're already taking seats from the Democrats in some of these special elections. And so it concerns me.
It concerns me as well, and I just, Mr. President, please end this thing as soon as possible, or at least pass the ball on to Saudi Arabia and say, Saudi Arabia, you take it from here, we got your back. Whatever you need, let us know, we got your back. Tell us where to bomb, tell us whatever, but you take the lead, and we'll just kind of sit out, and you put the boots on the ground. I want to see your guys and Israeli guys going in there, side by side. All for it. That would be beautiful. That'd be a brilliant sight. Change history forever.
Yeah, be better than us doing it. That's for sure. Because we get in there, it's not a good thing.
Yep. So I guess that's about that. I hate getting into all this war stuff because it's just so depressing. But it is what's happening in the world. We kind of have to talk about it.
Unfortunately, and it is unfortunate that it's a part of the world that we live in.
Yeah. So. You want to talk about the White Plague instead?
I did not hear about this one. You're going to have to tell me. I was reading over the articles, and I was like, "Oh, there's a new plague." I didn't know. You have to inform me.
Yeah, it's the White Plague. It's according to let's see here. White Plague is on the rise in the U.S. It's deadlier than COVID and becoming antibiotic resistant. The White Plague, folks. It's a big deal.
Never even heard of it. What is it?
Okay, I'll read from Twitchy here. Quote, when President Joe Biden promised us a winter of severe illness and death, he wasn't talking about the COVID vaccine, which he'd had, plus boosters, and still contracted COVID-19 more than once. He wasn't talking about tens of millions of illegals pouring over the border carrying who knows what. But as our own Just Mindy reported on Wednesday, the illegal alien who shot Sheridan Gorman in the back couldn't show up for his court hearing because he was in the hospital with tuberculosis. His bill, of course, being paid by the American people. So Sheridan Gorman, that's the freshman at Loyola University in Chicago, was shot by the illegal alien who was, I don't know, twice deported, whatever his case was, should not have been here. So anyways, New York Post put out a thing. White Plague is on the rise in the U.S. It's deadlier than COVID and becoming antibiotic resistant. Now there's what do they call it? An X correction on this thing. It says, quote, White Plague refers to the bacteria that causes tuberculosis. The term White Plague is a bit ambiguous because it doesn't explain exactly what it is. However, with some research, it refers to tuberculosis. Okay, so the White Plague is tuberculosis, which now it turns is being brought into the United States. I mean, we nipped this thing in the bud decades ago, right? Yep. But you open your border to 25 million people from all over the world in places where tuberculosis is a thing. And guess what? It becomes a thing here, too.
No, we got a bunch of third world diseases. They found leprosy in one of the homeless camps up in Washington. So, yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you bring in third world people. You don't vet them. You bring in too many of them for the resources that you have available. And you pile them into your most densely populated cities. This is exactly what happens. It's not a surprise, actually.
Leprosy?
Yeah, leprosy, bubonic plague, like several different cases of polio down in Florida. Yeah.
But leprosy, man, at some point you're sitting in a tent smoking meth, and that old saying, look around at your friends and you can see your future. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
And the guy next to you's got leprosy.
You would think it would have an impact, but it doesn't seem to.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, folks, the White Plague. Watch out for it. I don't know, what to tell you if you get it. Just, don't let homeless people from third world countries cough on you. I guess they're never homeless though here, are they? It's impossible to come to the United States or England and be homeless if you're here illegally.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. You're not going to be homeless. You're just going to be living in a hotel with room service. Yeah. Probably not room service. To be fair, they have to go down to the all-you-can-eat buffet. They don't bring it up to you.
Well, I mean, you could always order DoorDash from your $5,000 debit card that they gave you.
Oh, yeah. But even then, you might have to go down to meet them at the door anyway, so you might as well just, since you're going down there, just use the free buffet and, stack up those points.
That's true.
When you work for DoorDash, though, it's like not a thing. It's like whatever, I work for them, so yeah, I'll get DoorDash. I just do one delivery. I'm back to even, whatever. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. Oh man, what a world we live in, folks. What a world we live in. And New York City's like going broke, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Seattle's going to be close behind, and I would imagine San Francisco and Los Angeles don't fall far behind either. Well, they're
just seeing all their wealthy.
Yeah,
they're pushing their wealthy people out. We talked about Kathy Hochul coming out last week, and begging for people to come back to New York. Come back, give it a chance. We know you believe in our morals because you voted for it all. You voted it all in, folks. Come back and live with the consequences, please. You did vote for this. And then you left us high and dry, and you took your billions with you. And now we can't tax you, so please come back to New York. Leave Florida. I would make that pitch in August. I'd be like, yo, man, it's like 85 in New York today. Real nice breeze. Beautiful day. It's 115 in Florida. Come home. Come home.
But if you've ever been in New York City in the summer and smelled it, I don't think that would be victorious. I mean, maybe you could get them to move to upstate New York, but
there you go. For, again, they're going to say, yeah, for what, like 4 months out of the year?
Well, and the wild thing is, with the wealthy, is they don't really have to do anything but fill out a piece of paperwork because they already own multiple homes. They'll just put their permanent residence where the best taxes are.
It's like Donald Trump, man. He had, his palace up in New York City, but then he had Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Right, and he had a 747, and he's got whatever else properties he has. I mean, they're dotted all over both coasts, right, with all his different golf courses. And I'm sure he's got private residences near almost all of them because why not? Why, if you're going to build out a massive, golf course, put a private residence in for yourself somewhere, tuck it away, and off you go.
Oh, of course he does. I mean, that
I would.
Yeah, the wealthy don't stay in like hotels unless they can buy out the whole top floor or whatever,
It's an investment. You're going to buy a $20 million home in Aspen. You're going to sell it in 10, 20, 30 years, and it'll be worth double, triple, or quadruple,
In the meantime, you can take out a mortgage and use it as leverage in a business deal.
Yep. And you can put it on, Airbnb. I'm sure there's a Airbnb billionaire, Airbnb or B, Well, a version of Airbnb that we don't even know exists, kind of thing.
Right? Yeah. Then it's like one of those things where, like, oh yeah, you can use my house in Aspen, but I'll need a favor later on in the year. That's how that works.
Yeah. I'm going to Stad next winter. I need your place there on New Year's.
Yeah, that's why Epstein was letting everybody use his plane. It gives you contact.
Yeah, gives you a little juice in the game,
Yep.
Hey, man, when you guys go public, just give me a heads up on it, right?
Exactly.
But I talk about New York failing because we made so much fun of them for not being able to shovel the snow that they went out and hired a bunch of people off the streets, right? For what, $30 an hour, go shovel snow?
Yep.
They haven't been paid yet.
I'm not surprised.
They haven't been paid yet. They got so a New Yorker signed up for to shovel snow this winter claimed, and I'm quoting from New York Post here, claimed he's yet to be fully paid for his work, collecting a measly $300 instead of what he thought would be a $3,600 windfall. Okay, signed up to be emergency snow shoveler in November, when pay was listed at $19.14 per hour, with overtime at $28. He said in a Manhattan federal lawsuit against the city, he was called to help clear the streets and worked another 10 days in January. Yada yada. $30 to $45 for overtime, 40 hours of back-breaking work, and got $300 for it.
He's going to win that lawsuit.
And to him, I say, ask not what New York City can do for you. Ask what you can do for New York City. 40 hours seems like a small price to pay for the city you love, for the Big Apple, the place that gave you your future.
Well, isn't that very, very magnanimous of you there, comrade?
Well, I say he's here to enjoy the fruits of a society that works for everyone, and everyone works for the society.
Yeah, that's New York City's motto now, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, we mailed you the check. Yeah, that's it. It got lost in the mail. That's all.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah, come back next Tuesday. But you're closed on Tuesday, sir.
That's all right. Just wait out front. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, just ring the bell and sit out there. We'll be by. Anyway, New York, man, you got your problems. You got your problems coming up. Homie can't even cut a check. You know what I mean? You want to run this country. You're the state, but you don't even know how to cut a check.
Yeah, they're so in debt. I mean, all of these cities have been running in the red for years, using magical financing and accounting to keep things running. That's what a lot of the climate stuff was about. They were getting money from NGOs to do all these different climate initiatives and getting money from the federal government. I know here in Oregon, a bunch of their roadway stuff that they were planning on doing was all based on COVID money budgets. Like, What are you using COVID money for road construction for? Isn't that what our taxes here, state taxes, are supposed to pay for? Well, no, that went to all the homeless NGOs. That's what
who paid out, some Happy Meals to a few people and pocketed the rest, right?
Yep.
It's just do the bare minimum, and then off you go. Gosh. So let's see here. James O'Keefe put out an interesting conversation, and he was on with Benny Johnson, right? And he basically came out and said, I'm just going to quote from him here. Quote, but I think the question we have to ask ourselves is, without accountability, what does it matter? What does it matter if no one is held accountable? Does bringing it to light even matter? So last week he was out in California, James O'Keefe, and they went undercover and they found all these people paying homeless people on the streets of LA money to sign petitions with fake names. Here's the name, not fake names, real names off voter rolls, right? They would say to them, put this name, put this address, just do it in your handwriting. So they get a bunch of people, so they have a bunch of different people's handwriting. And they're giving them money, lots of money, to sign hundreds and hundreds of these things. So he said, what does it matter, I guess the question, quote from James O'Keefe, I guess the question for your audience, a rhetorical question, is, do you want me to continue doing this? Do you want me to continue exposing it? Does it even matter? I mean, that's a rhetorical question. I'm not going to answer that because I can stop. I can give up. I can retire. But I'm not going to put my life in harm's way and my people's lives because they were almost killed for nothing. It's not worth it. I think you would agree with that. So I can go away. I can go on sabbatical until someone is arrested. But I'm not going to put my people's lives in danger every week for nothing to happen. That's honest. I'm just being vulnerable and transparent with the world. I'm not going to get killed. I saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. I don't want to die. I need to stay on this earth to keep exposing truth. So I can go on vacation. I can go away. And when y'all are going to arrest somebody, I'll come back. Because I'll tell you what, getting punched in the neck and having nobody get arrested, it's not right. It's immoral, is what it is. And the Republicans are in power. The Attorney General of the United States has a jurisdiction to arrest someone tomorrow. I haven't seen any statements on the internet or on Fox News or anywhere else about this. And frankly, I get that there are egos involved, but I think it's a form of cowardice. I'm glad the president is talking about it. I think he should continue to talk about it. And I will continue to keep releasing videos this week, but I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because my friend, my closest colleague, was violently assaulted, and we came an inch from losing our lives. Knives and guns there. And I need something to happen. I really need something to happen. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop doing what I'm doing, and I don't know what else to say. The great James O'Keefe saying, y'all, man, we're breaking this stuff. We're getting them dead to rights. They're guilty. We got it all on tape. Here's the evidence. Arrest somebody. If you don't arrest somebody, why am I doing this? I don't know. Yeah. What do you think, Doc?
I think he has a very valid point. One of the biggest things hurting the Trump administration domestically is the lack of accountability for all of the fraud. I mean, from the Doge stuff that was found when Elon was there to the stuff that Nick Shirley exposed in Minnesota and Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. He was out there stuff as well. To James O'Keefe, he's repeatedly exposed absolute criminal behavior. And there has been nary an investigation, let alone an arrest. So he has a point.
Yeah. Nick Shirley, too. I mean, he's talking about the amount of money he has to spend on security to go and do these, videos. And what has happened out of Minneapolis? Nothing. You got Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz guilty, as far as I can see. From what everything's pointing out there, they look guilty. They knew about it. Heck, Ilhan Omar put the law into place. She sponsored the bill that made this stuff legal to do, that gave the funding to it.
Yep.
And nothing.
Yeah. It's, and we're pretty sure, but she's a perfect example. We're pretty sure that woman committed fraud to get into this country, immigration fraud to get her brother into the country. And so,
to get her brother into the country, exactly. She pretended to be married to him, and it was her brother.
Yeah. And so she should be kicked out of Congress as it is. She should be facing charges. Nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I'll get into that a little bit more in the second hour. I've definitely got more to the story than just that, because the hammer is swinging, folks. The hammer is swinging, and, it's just a matter of time, I think, before she actually feels some of the weight of the wrath of the King, Trump. The king we all call Sir Trump, El Trumpo, MAGA.
It would certainly go a long way to helping the MAGA faithful out. It would give us a little wind to get a big win like that, for sure.
Yeah. And again, this year on the 4th of July, folks, every half hour on the half hour, a major arrest is going to be televised to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Live perp walks every half hour on the half hour. Stay tuned. We're going to get to more of that right after these messages. We'll be right back after this.
And we're on radio break.
Couldn't get my Box every half hour on the nose.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we got to will that into being. That would go a long way to healing the concerns that people have.
It would be the greatest 4th of July ever. The only problem is everyone would be inside glued to their televisions, you know?
OG Scary Gary in Kick says they only make laws to protect themselves. I kind of agree with
valid.
I agree with
that. Yeah.
Sad but true fact of the situation. That's why we have to. I think personally, like I got to take this to heart as well. But we have to really focus on local elections and build up a insulation around you from whatever happens in Washington D.C. Because if you allow it to infect your local politics, then you really are in trouble. We saw this in all the blue states where they got locked down during COVID, and the red states who had good governments that could think for themselves were like, yeah, we're not going to do this.
He says that he has to go down to Minneapolis Tuesday morning, Chicago Avenue, and is not looking forward to it. Well, you live out that way. You ought to know. Doc.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Portland is. I don't go anywhere near Portland if I don't have to. I avoided it. I'll go around the city. I won't even drive on the highway to go through the city. I'll drive around.
Wow.
I'm sure you even have enough riffraff on the outskirts now too.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I happen to be lucky. I live right across like a mile across the dividing line between Metro and Clackamas County, and so I actually have a different police force than what Portland does, and so they don't put up with it at all. They're hardcore. They keep all of the riffraff out of our corner of the Metro area. But if you go just down the street 12 or 13 blocks, you're in Portland Metro, and it is horrific.
Yeah, he says 45 minutes west, it's not so bad. Only a little riffraff. Yeah. I'm sure. You know, because even in rural areas, you're probably getting riffraff now.
I know some areas are. If you have any state land near you, they have a big problem because they're going out and camping on state land.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the biggest ecological disasters in Portland areas seen in a while is when we had those quick flash floods a couple weeks ago, and one of the camps got wiped out in the woods, and now it's just a 4-mile patch of garbage and needles, and it's just disgusting. And nobody's been out there to clean it up yet.
It's in the city of Portland or in in Oregon?
It's in the area. It's like in the outskirts area. It's like right up against the state park lands.
So it's more of an Oregon problem than a Portland problem.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's spreading out into the countryside because it's so bad.
30
in the
seconds,
city.
guys. I'm surprised they haven't released the dogs on them in the parks. You know.
Too many sausages.
So yeah, James O'Keefe, man, ready to step aside.
Sad, but I don't blame him. It's scary out there if you don't have any support.
You're putting your life on the line and nobody gets arrested.
Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 29th, 2026, man. It is coming. This year is just charging at us, man. It's going to be the big, beautiful, amazing 4th of July before we even know it. And we can't wait.
Should be exciting.
Yeah,
I might
Doc,
be moving around that time, but it should be exciting.
Yeah. So let's cover, in this section, I always like to cover some sort of humorous articles. This one is just chef's kiss, I guess. I don't know. Maryland homeowner goes viral after hiring roof crew, employing illegals. She called ICE on them on the day they finished the job. So 6 workers were detained on her roof.
It's a baller move right there.
Yeah, apparently from her side of she's saying, okay, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, I hired this company. They came out and they started working on the roof. And then by day 2, I figured out everybody was illegal. Day 3, I kind of woke up and, around noon, decided I should call ICE. And then, they showed up about 3, 4 o'clock, right when they were sort of wrapping it up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she knew they were illegal when she called them. I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't know. It's a baller move, though, man. Baller move.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. I mean, is she going to get a free roof out of this? Is the roofing company going to say, hey, just casually show up the next day like, okay, we're all done with the job. Here's your bill.
I don't know.
Can we get
that
might, check
but,
we discussed?
I gave it to your lead foreman who got arrested. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he's got the cashier's check I gave him. Made out to cash.
But look, if people really want to get rid of the illegals, this is the kind of stuff it's going to take. Unfortunately, that's why I think some people don't have the heart for it.
And I also think it really comes down to the employers. If you hold that employer responsible and fine them big time for hiring illegals, then they're not going to hire illegals. They're going to hire American, legals. They're going to hire legal people, be them American or just here legally,
Yeah.
They're going to get the jobs. And that's exactly what we want to see, people who didn't break the rules to get here and come in here getting the rewards.
Yeah.
But,
sure.
Yeah, that's something there, huh?
Wild times.
In other news, let's go to Nashville now. They've got an NHL team, right?
Yeah, they do.
We're the Nashville Predators, which is Predators. Nashville Predators. I like it.
That's one kind of predator. There might be another kind down there in Nashville based on their logo they put out.
Yeah. They did a new logo for their gay month or whatever is going to happen here soon, and they're calling it the Gay Predator logo.
The jokes just write themselves sometimes.
Yeah, the Gay Predators. Does anyone think these things through?
This is almost as bad as the men's gay choir singing the song about we're coming after your children. It's almost that bad.
Yeah, and the Gay Pride Night is the night they're playing the Devils. So it'll be the Gay Predators versus the Devils. I love it. Who do you bet on?
In that game, I don't know that you can make a bet that's not going to send you to hell.
Yeah, well, it's the worst of two evils. Is that what they call it? The
yeah,
on politics. Yeah,
I thought it was the lesser.
Yeah, it
the
is
lesser of two evils. Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
That's right. Or the bigger of two evils. I don't know, one of the two. But in this case, it's a little different. Who knows?
I wonder if their ownership didn't do that intentionally, just to troll the LGBTQ mafia.
Yeah, why not? We're the Predators. Let's roll. Let's just lean into it with this Gay Pride Night. We got to do it. The NHL mandates we do this, so let's just lean into it. Gay Predators. Yeah. One night only.
Versus the Devils.
The devil. Versus Satan himself. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this stuff. It never ends, man. The world is such an endless blanket for comedy.
This is true. It is a feast out there for comics these days.
Yeah, it truly is. And I love it, man. I'm just here for it. We're just here to just share what's going on. Like in the Bahamas, they're now finding cocaine sharks. That's right, folks. We've got cocaine sharks in the Bahamas. If you're going to the Bahamas, watch your back. Watch your six, man. There's a lot of people going out there doing scuba diving and all that stuff in those crystal waters. that next shark you see, you think, oh, wow, it's a shark. How cool. That thing's on coke.
Not surprised with all the cocaine boats we blew up down there.
Well, that's the thing. They're saying some of them find these, like, bags. You know, they find a kilo of coke out there and just start nibbling at it to see what it is. And the next thing you know, you got a good old, you know.
Yeah, I've heard some of them actually.
Great white buzz, you know?
Yeah, I've heard that some biologists talk about some of them actually get addicted to it and seek them out, kind of like the rat experiment back in the day. Like they actually hunt for these packages. So that's pretty entertaining. Reminds me of that movie, Cocaine Bear, except it's going to be a sequel, Cocaine Shark.
Yeah. Well, and you ever hear about, like, off Portugal, they've got these sailboats, they come around a certain area and all the whales start, like, attacking their boats?
I have heard about those. Yeah.
Yeah, you wonder if, like, at one point they, like, I don't know, found a bunch of cocaine and were like, hey, this came from one of those boats, so let's just start knocking these things out of the, you know, out of the water, and, you know, 1 out of 10 is going to have it.
Yeah, it could be. I would not be surprised. I mean, one of the things I just saw recently is they found out that bees actually think and plan. They're not just like robotic insects. So, I mean, we have no idea what's going on in the minds of some of these animals. Those whales could be down there planning all kinds of dastardly deeds.
Yeah, and they're doing it with the hive mind, you know, with the bees.
Yeah.
Like literally a hive mind, you know? Like literally. So it's like a, wow, man, that's amazing. Like the queen just sort of...
Well, and the best part about it is that with this new experiment, they found that the drones can actually teach other drones something that they've learned, and then it gets passed through the hive.
Mm-hmm.
So you can introduce a bee that doesn't know the trick, and the other bee can teach it to them, and then those two bees will know it, and they'll take it back to the hive, and then the hive will know that trick.
Yeah, that's wild. And, you know, bees only live for like a couple weeks, right? But the queen will live for like a couple years.
Yeah.
So she'll have like, I think, I don't know, like 100 different generations that will live under one queen. There's some crazy number. I don't know if it's 100 or 500 or 50, but it's some, you know, insane number. Like it's wild, you know, for the bees, they live and die to one queen, whereas the queen just sees generations and generations under her. Much like the last queen of England.
Yeah. Very similar. Very similar.
Yeah, so anyway, folks, if you're going to go down to the Caribbean, watch your back. They're finding acetaminophen. They're finding cocaine. They're finding other prescription drugs.
Maybe take some Narcan with you, just in case.
Mm-hmm. And caffeine is a big thing they're finding in these. So it's wild, man. It's wild. You know, of the samples, a shocking 28 sharks spanning 3 species tested positive for drugs, the most common, which was caffeine. This was followed by acetaminophen, active ingredient in Tylenol, right? And so some of this just comes out of the this toilet system, so to speak, right? The recycled water that comes out. It's like the sharks in Florida. Or I'm sorry, the alligators down there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we got cocaine alligators, we got cocaine sharks, cocaine bear. Folks, I'm telling you, man.
It's wild out there. Gotta be careful.
The animal kingdom is on it. They're getting hip.
They're having their 70s. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, they're in their 70s period. Exactly. Start blasting the Bee Gees and line dancing to disco.
Yes, I am excited to see the Hammerheads doing line dancing.
Not that kind of line. Anyway, folks, I just want to say what a pleasure it is to have each and every one of you in the audience out there. We have so much fun doing this show. Doc, where can people find you online?
You can find me on the X platform, also on Rumble, Minds, and Odyssey at Doctor420. That's Doctor with an E at the end, 420.
That's right, Doctor420. Doctor A. I remember when I first had you on, you're like, dude, it's just Doc. Like, Doctor A.
It throws everybody off. It's okay.
Anyway, folks, this is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and y'all can find me here every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time right here on this channel, 2 hours each, 4 hours a week. Best content you're ever going to find in the fastest 2 hours of radio. Folks, we've got to go to break. We'll be right back with hour 2 right after these messages.
All right, we're on radio break.
Excellent.
Now, Doc, I try to mention you just about every week. Are you seeing a boost from that?
I don't know. I not on X. That's for sure. I refuse to pay Elon and give him my phone number, so he doesn't like me.
Ah. Okay.
But you know, it is one of those things that I don't really try too hard at becoming well known. So if I get 1 or 2 subscribers a week, basically.
Do you like that I mention you, or do I?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Love it. Absolutely.
I'm trying to be generous by making sure I do that every week.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's it's always good to get the name out there. I mean, it's not like I don't talk about important stuff on my shows. It's just that I'm not gonna. I don't have the creative bug like some people do, and so I'm really not into putting a ton of effort into catching the algorithm and all that stuff. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew this, but Willie was on Debbie's show again.
Oh, really?
On Friday. Yeah, on Friday. Oh, it was.
How'd it go?
Oh, he had me in tears. It was so funny.
We're switching rooms, yes?
Yeah, here in a couple minutes.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom.
Right.
Hang in there, Gary. We're coming. We got another hour after this. We're just on radio break. That's all.
Oh
yeah.
I'll tell you, it's been hot out here in the desert, and I'm starting to get used to it, man.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I mean it's a good thing and bad. I don't care. It is just a thing. I'm like, I don't know. It's 97 today, and I wasn't even like thinking it was that hot.
Yeah. Have you seen about the shark reports off of Florida? They got a 16-foot great white out near where Nancy is.
They caught a great white?
No, it's cruising the area. I guess it's a female, and I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to keep an eye on it to see if it gives little ones or not, or if it they're monitoring it so that.
That's wild.
People don't get killed, because it's a 16-footer is pretty big,
That's the thing. Like, I see people swimming with sharks all the time, right? Like YouTubers and whatnot, they see sharks and they're all excited, and it's like the greatest thing. They're not panic. They're just like happy to see a shark. Is a great white the same thing? Are you just like, oh, that's cool?
No, I think a great white, like there's like. 4 or 5 different breeds of shark that are known as man-eaters, all right?
Yeah.
So, and the great white is at the top, and then coming down would be like the bull shark, and then probably after that would be mako or hammerheads.
But I've seen them with hammerheads, like no problem.
In that order, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would think also that an orca would be just no thank you. Hey, I saw someone in our lobby there. Oh, that's Doc. Yeah, we haven't switched
dropped
yet.
out. We haven't come back yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take and drop it now,
let's
and
do
then
it
I'm
now.
going to bring us right back, all right? Anyway. It's time
Let's do it right now.
All right? All right. We'll be right back for hour 2. Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. And we should have Willie coming in. Look out. The craziness begins with Willie. stuck. I'm calling Willie now and waiting for him to answer. I know I tagged him earlier, so I'm pretty sure he saw.
Tonight I want you to really lay into Willie, okay? I want you to just lay into him. Yeah. No matter what he says, it's just the dumbest thing you ever heard, okay?
Okay.
That'll be our thing for tonight, our theme, okay?
The dumbest thing you ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, Willie. How you doing?
Oh, no.
How you funny?
Hey,
he got jokes.
Hey, Willie, I heard that, there's all sorts of, like, drug-addicted animals out there. They got cocaine sharks, cocaine bears, and what have you. And then I heard that out of Waldo, Florida, they have these adrenochrome-addicted monkeys. Are they coming from your farm?
Man, I don't know.
Willie, you're dumb. You're dumb, Willie. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard you say.
That sounds like a politician answer to me. You're ready for office, Willie.
Hey, Willie, out in Arizona, they got them cocaine bees, too. But the cartels are running them.
Hey, if you know, you know, man, but I ain't going to own up to nothing.
Smart man.
Doc 69.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna need some help, man.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if it's the kind of help I can offer. I'm not licensed.
Yeah, not. Hey, all you gotta do is hold a camera.
Well, I can do that.
Hold a camera.
Generally, I prefer the boom mic, but I can do camera work.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be, and we're gonna hold the camera 238,000 miles away from Earth.
Woo, woo. Let's go.
Hey, Willie, you know this week they're sending a rocket around the moon, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, man.
Hey.
He's going to get me on that rocket ship, and I'm going to prove that the moon is made of cheese.
Nah, it's flat.
How can it be round and flat?
It's just on its side, like a disc.
Oh, it's a pancake. Okay.
It's a pancake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, the Earth is hollow.
Like a donut.
Yeah, like a donut. a jelly-filled donut.
Yes.
It's got things inside, The good stuff's inside.
Well, I was hoping Motivation Nation or David Hogg would be here tonight.
Oh, you missed him. He was here earlier.
Yeah. He comes in the pre-show, and he usually comes to the weekly meeting, too.
Yeah. Unlike you, Willie.
The weekly meeting, y'all, is that like a AA meeting or something y'all got going on?
No, every Friday night we have a 1-hour meeting to just talk about what we're going to do on the Sunday night show.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 6 years now, Willie.
Hey, you making stuff up now, man.
Yeah, and as a producer, I get the transcripts so I don't have to actually attend the meetings, and that's usually posted on his Minds feed.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't go there either, so you wouldn't know about that. So
you don't subscribe.
Hey, man. Hey, I got a huge order for chumderware. I was on Debbie's show here the other night, man. No, hey, I advertised my chumderwear and told them where they could find them, man. Hey, I got this one guy. He ordered 30 cases of chumderwear.
Very nice.
He ordered the kind, too. Hey, I hadn't even told y'all about the special kind of chumderwear I got.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Tell us during the break. We can't talk about it on the show.
Yeah, okay. No, all right, well, the special kind, I'll tell you before the show, hey, man, the special kind is got chocolate pudding in it. Well, no sugar.
You told us
no sugar.
About that yesterday.
Permit.
I mean, Friday.
What?
You pitched that on Debbie's show on Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling
and
you,
now,
man.
And now she thinks it's a great idea and wants you as a sponsor. And I told her, don't you dare.
Yeah, I done told her I'm going to ruin her reputation if she keeps it up. Come
30
on.
seconds, fellas. 30 seconds. No flat earth either about this.
Well, you should have the Wednesday morning chumderwear. Yeah, it comes after Taco Tuesday. You see, you're at a Taco Tuesday, right? We got the Wednesday morning
and
chumderwear.
here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're live and on the radio side for the second hour right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Round Table Radio Show, Sunday night edition, hour 2, March 29th, 2026. And if you're any fan of the show, you know what happens in the first segment of the second hour on Sunday night. We sit back and talk to Doc. What's up, Doc?
Not too much. Hanging out, typical Saturday, Sunday activities for me. Watching a little bit of football, Spring football's in full swing.
Okay. By football, you mean soccer, right?
No. Not that dirty soccer. No. Actual tackle football. American football, as they say.
I gotta say, soccer is boring. It's just boring. It's like they go crazy over a 1-0 game. For 90 minutes, you scored 1 goal.
No, I need entirely more violence than that.
Hey,
Willie, how you doing?
It's really boring. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. It never really is going to take off in America, right?
Probably not.
Hi.
Hello.
So anyway, let me ask you more about football. Who's your favorite team?
No.
What?
No. Hey.
What's on?
No. This here's Willie.
I'm liking the Raiders. I'm really happy Vegas as a team.
Yeah. Hi. Nobody cares about soccer.
That's true. Nobody cares about soccer.
Nobody. Hey,
Willie, what do you got for us? What do you got, Willie?
I tell everybody out there in Radio Land who I am. Come on.
All right, we got Willie Lee V.
Yeah, man.
He is the owner and proprietor of Willie's Worm Farm. Willie's Worm Farm is in Waldo, Florida.
Yeah.
He is also the proprietor of the Cricket Emporium, Willie's Cricket Emporium in Sandy Run, South Carolina.
That's right.
Where they sell
pea jugs.
Flour. They sell flour made out of crickets. It's disgusting. They sell worm hot dogs. And you know what?
Worm hot dogs are delicious.
He sells pea jugs. And you don't even know what a pea jug is because nobody knows what a pea jug is. It's a jug that you pee in.
Yeah,
And it's got Willie's face on it and his branding, Willie's Worm Farm, Willie's Pea Jug. It's disgusting, man. You go to his house and there's all these jugs everywhere, half full of pee.
Hey, that's bona fide too, man. Hey, I'm making money off of pea jugs, man.
You're supposed to use it and then dump it out later.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to put it on the counter and leave it there for 6 months.
Well, how's it supposed to ferment if you don't leave it there on the counter?
Hey, that's the beauty of it, man. Hey, the thing of it is that you buy the pea jug and then you turn it in and you get $1. I give you $1 for the gallon of pea, man, and it's good fertilizer. I keep it out there in these 275-gallon tanks, and it's good fertilizer, man. I'm telling you. Look at here. Hey, it's a good deal all the way around. And we was talking in the pre-show. Hey, y'all give me a good idea. Hey, and y'all know about how I sell the chumderwear and stuff too. And I can't sell the chumderwear on this here show, but I tell you what the chumderwear is, man. Hey, I put my underwear in a bag after I wear it for about 3 days or a week or 2 or whatever, man. Hey,
Willie,
Taco. This is a brand new idea, and I am not selling these chumderwear.
You can't market your disgusting used underwear on my radio show. How many times have I told you that?
That's right. That's why I'm not trying to sell my chumderwear, which are available at Willie Lee v@gmail.com, and I sell them for $20 a bag, man. Hey, and it's $30 a bag for the new and
Willie, we talked about this. Our radio hosts, our channels that we're on, don't want you talking about this. It comes from them. It's not me.
That's right. That's
right.
I
don't want to be associated with you.
I totally
have to run commercials.
I agree. That is why I am not trying to sell my chumderware on your show. But just
you sound like you are, Willie. You really sound like you are. Doc, am I wrong?
I mean, it could be construed that way, Willie. I'm just saying.
No, well, I'm just saying.
Construed.
Yeah, but hey, I got some, man. These are special ones. They got chocolate pudding in them, and I add a little bit extra can of corn in with them, man, and let them ferment for about 2 weeks. Hey, they catch catfish.
I think we're out of time for Willie tonight. We're going to cut him off short.
No.
And talk about Flat Earth. No. I want to get into... Hey, Doc, we need to talk about Flat Earth. We've got about 15 minutes left in this segment.
It looks like the shape of a turtle shell.
Asked to leave, right?
Yeah, no. Hey, I got stuff I need to tell y'all, man. I got stuff.
You better do it.
What do you need to tell us about? What do you need to tell us about, Willie? That isn't your dirty old used disgusting underwear.
Hey, I need to tell y'all some stuff, man, about what's going on, man. Hey, that's where I was getting around to. Hey, that's why I was saying that I wasn't trying to sell nothing. Hey, because I don't need no money right now. I'm just saying, I got stuff for sale.
You just hit up Doc for money in the break.
Yeah, but I was getting around to that too, man. That's what I'm trying to.
What do you mean you don't need money? You just asked Doc for money in the break.
No.
I think that was to secure my seat on the rocket ship.
No. Yeah. I was telling him that I was even going to pay him. I got stuff going on, man. Hey, I got stuff in the works. Hey, y'all know, hey, this ain't no April Fool's joke. Hey, April 1st is April Fool's, man. Hey, but this ain't no joke. Hey, they going to send a rocket up to the moon. Man, they're gonna send it up to the moon, and then after that, after they get past the moon, they're gonna go to Uranus. Uranus, that's funny. No, I'm joking about Uranus, man. Hey, but I got a rocket ship of my own, man. Hey, in Dock 69, they gonna pay me to film. Hey, because the whole thing's gonna be live streamed. I don't know. They gonna put it on the Ubentubum or the Tickum Talkum or something, but they're going to live stream it somewhere, somehow, man. Hey, it might be on, I don't know, CNN or something or another, but it's all going to be live streamed. And they send in these 2 or 3 people, I think it's 3 or 4 people up, and all they're going to do is circle the moon. They're going to circle it. They're going to go around the front side, around the back side, and then they're going to come back down to Earth. And it's all supposed to be done like in a day or 2 or something like that, man. Hey, but I got my own rocket ship, and I'm going to follow them. Hey, and I'm going to be driving the rocket ship, and I got my monkeys. I got 200 monkeys, and they going to be doing the controls and everything else. And all I need for is the Dock 69 to be the cameraman.
I'm on it.
The cameraman. That's all you got to do is be the cameraman. Hey, and then they're going to pay me.
They're taking off from Cape Canaveral, Willie. Where are you taking off from?
Yeah, but out of Waldo, man, out of Waldo. And I got my submarine. You know, my submarine used to be a rocket ship, and then I turned it into a submarine, and then I'm turning it back into a rocket.
Your Pinto. Your Pinto.
No, this ain't the Pinto, man. This ain't the Pinto, because the Pinto, it's done lost. I still can't find the Pinto. I think it's in one of my glory holes. Hey, for all y'all out there, hey, I ain't told y'all about this in a long time, man. Hey, I got glory holes out on the farm, man. And big old holes I dug in the ground, and I filled them up with water. And them college kids, they come up from Gainesville, man. They get on top of the outbuildings, and they jump off into the water, and they holler, "Glory hole!" Hey, but I got a Pinto, and it's full of space dust and space asteroids, and it's in the bottom of one of them glory holes. I can't find it, man. Hey, but y'all getting me sidetracked. I got other stuff that's going on that I need to tell y'all about.
What's going on? I mentioned lately that you're a great guy. You know, I really. Now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say no offense. Ready? So when I say no offense, you can't be offended by what I say next, right? You know how that works?
Yeah.
Right. But you dumb. You dumb. Well, you're dumber than box of rocks, okay? No offense. No offense.
Hey, I ain't plumb dumb, though. You call me plumb dumb, or you call me a Democrat, I might be offended.
Valid.
No.
I think you're a democratic socialist is what I think you are.
Well, that's just
no, man. Hey, you're sidetracking me, man. Come on. Hey, look at here.
Flat Earth. We got 10 minutes left. We're going to talk about Flat Earth, and we need to talk about it now, Willie.
We want to talk about how the Earth is bigger than, it's supposed to be 24,000 miles around. Well, the fact of the matter is the Earth is probably 50 times that, 50 times 24,000. That's 100 million in 32 or something, man. I forget. I had it all wrote down, man.
Did it eat too much at Golden Corral? Is that why it got bigger?
Yeah, no, it's always been bigger. Hey, and the moon ain't even real, man. Hey, these astronauts are going to the moon, and the moon ain't even real. It was put into place of like 12,000 years ago. But before 12,000 years ago, there wasn't no such thing as a moon, man. Hey, it was brought here from someplace else, and it's like that Death Star. You know that Death Star they had on that movie Star Trek? That's Star what Wars. It is, man. Yeah, Star Trek. Star Battlestar Galactica or something.
Nope, that's something else. Yeah, no.
Yep. Yeah.
You're totally right. But Doc, you got to admit, Las Vegas getting a football team, the Raiders. I think that's awesome.
Hey, we don't care.
I mean, not as awesome as the aliens landing in Las Vegas.
No. Hey, I got stuff I want to tell y'all, man.
Well, get to it. We're running out of time.
I'm trying. You want to talk about football? Nobody cares about football. Hey, I want to tell y'all about my time on the show, man. Hey, I was on this woman. Her name is Debbie, and I was on her show. Hey, and
her show. Okay, her show.
Yeah.
You said you were on Debbie, and okay, you were on her show.
Yeah, no.
Got
it. Debbie does Willie. No. Hey, Willie was on.
Family friendly, Willie. Watch
Willie
it.
Was on. No, hey, Willie was on Debbie's show. Hey, and she gonna be my manager from now on. She gonna promote Willie, man. Hey, and we gonna be doing stand-up comedy and stuff all over the place, man. And we gonna be telling jokes and making people laugh and all that other kind of stuff, man. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Hey, I pitched her the idea for a movie, and she thought it was gonna be one of the most. Hey, Mark, the producer. Hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mark liked the idea. Yeah. No. Hey, not yet, man. Hey, we still got time. We still got time. Look here.
Speaking of time, folks, we're about running out.
No. Hey, you sidetracking me, man. Hey, I had this idea for a show, and Mark was there, and Mark thought it was a wonderful idea, and Debbie thought it was a wonderful idea, and we're going to do it too, man. We're going to make this show about
I still don't know how you're going to get Aunt Mamalu into one of those ninja outfits as big as you say that she is.
That's what it. She done got slimmed up, man. She run around with Saul Good and all kind of other stuff, and she done went to the Jenny Craig's program and all kind of other stuff, man. Hey, she looking pretty nowadays. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, I say nowadays, I ain't seen her in months, man. She running all over the country and everything. Hey, but you get me sidetracked, man. I wanted to tell y'all this idea about this movie that I had, man. Hey, and what it is.
Do you think Vegas is never gonna get a baseball team too?
No, we don't. Hey, we don't care. We don't care about Vegas enough. Hey, everybody, listen up. Hey, this movie idea. Hey, there's an opening scene, and the opening scene goes like this. Here, it goes. Willie is on his front porch a whittling, and then all of a sudden, hey, the sun's just barely coming up, and you can hear the birds off in the background, and you see the cypress trees, and you see the little old gators bubbling up out of the water. and Willie's on the porch, and he's just a whittling away. Then all of the sudden, man, all heck
Three girls in bikinis show up.
Yeah, no, hey, that ain't happening. That could happen. Hey, you know what? Willie could be whittling and have these bikini women on the front porch with him.
It's a crowd pleaser, I'm saying.
Yeah, they could be his daughters or cousins or, far cousins, you know what I mean? Hey, but you're sidetracking me, man. I got to tell this story. Hey, listen up. Hey, so Willie's sitting on the front porch and he whittling. He minding his own business. And all of a sudden, man, hey, these two Black Hawk helicopters, they come out of nowhere. And next thing you know, these commandos, they come up on the shore in these inflatable boats, and they jump out and they got all kinds of weapons like you ain't never seen before, and they like them M16s or AR-15s or whatever you got. I discombobulator. That's funny right there. Come on. How, son? A discombobulator. What's a discombobulator? No, anyway, hey, yes, sidetracking me. Come on. Hey, and then all of a sudden, this guy, he jumps up out of a helicopter and he said, Willie, he said, we fixing to take your farm. He said, you got more uranium here than in all of the world combined, and we're going to take it. And it's Saul Good. That's who it is. Saul Good is crooked. He crooked as the day is long, man, I'm telling you. And Willie said, Saul Good, I done told you one time you ain't going to get my farm. And Saul Good says, yeah, we're going to take it. We're going to take it right now. And Willie says, well, I got friends. And next thing you know, man, all these little ninja midgets and ninja monkeys, they come out of the trees and they're on the roof, man, and they jump down. Next thing you know, man, hey, next thing you know is a whole bunch of shooting going on and pow, 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 pow. Hey, and then all of a sudden, Aunt Mama Lou, she's a ninja too. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou's a ninja too, and she jumps down off of the roof, and everybody's laying around all bleeding and everything, but Aunt Mama Lou, she says, all right, now we're going to put a stop to all this right now. And that's as far as I got with the story.
I like it, Willie, but I would just do it in Paris. I would do it in Paris. And I would probably find someone like a Matt Damon to play you, right?
Yeah.
You do it in Paris, and instead of tanks and all that, it's going to be croissants, and it'll be a story of your inner journey in your mind as you sit in a coffee shop in Paris contemplating your life.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
I'm glad you brought it up. Let's make it good,
right there.
No, hey, I'm glad you brought that up too, because I thought about that. I actually thought about that. What if Willie was just imagining everything? What if Willie is imagining everything? Right? Hey, like that movie Fight Club. Have you ever seen that movie Fight Club? Hey, that guy, he thought he had a friend, and the friend was the tough guy and the fighter and everything. But come to find out that the friend that was the tough guy and the fighter was really
spoiler alert, folks. Spoiler alert. He's going to ruin Fight Club. If you've never seen Fight Club, you don't want to hear this. Which is why I'm going to stop Willie right now. No spoilers are allowed on this radio show. Willie.
No, hey, that was his alter ego. It wasn't really a person.
Hey, I said no spoilers allowed on the show, Willie.
Hey, y'all know what else is going on in the world? A lot of people out there
really want to see Fight Club. They just haven't gotten around to it.
Well, they should have seen it back in 1990 something when it come out.
Well, what if you were born in 1990? You know,
that show about 25, 30 years old. If you ain't seen it yet, you probably ain't gonna see it.
I don't like spoiler alerts, man.
No,
especially with such a legend like Fight Club.
Anyway,
we got 1 minute left before we go to break. I think we should probably, let Doc know where people can find him online.
No, hey, Doc can talk later on, man. Hey, this is the Willie part. I need to tell y'all something. I need to talk to y'all. Hey, there's stuff going on in the world.
30 seconds, Willie. 30 seconds.
No, hey, they got a sport in Japan. It's called street racing office chairs. Hey, y'all can look it up. Street racing office chairs. Hey, they're in Japan.
I want to ask you about that midget that was a cornhole champion who shot somebody and put him in his Tesla and then drove off.
Yeah, cornhole. Hey, we're a cornhole champion.
You got 5 seconds. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on that.
Hey, I want to tell y'all about how I was running naked through some poison ivy, man. I run naked.
We've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, Flat Earth, man. Hey.
You got it in, and we're on radio break. Gary, it's like this every Sunday. If you haven't heard this section of the show ever before, you need to come every week.
It's my favorite 30 minutes of radio.
Is Gary actually talking in chat tonight?
Yeah. OG Scary Gary.
Oh my God. Our Gary.
Yeah, he's probably
Gary?
I think he's
Gary.
I think it's our handler. I really do.
Yeah.
He's probably our handler, and he had to use some sort of like fictitious name like OG Scary Gary 07.
Gary is welcome to the chat. You've been listening to us since day one.
Yeah.
And you've never really spoke. Gary, by the way, folks, if you don't know, Gary is our FBI handler.
NSA.
Yeah.
He's our go-to guy.
And just so y'all know, I do birthday parties too. Come on.
Yep.
Hey, you really want me on your kids?
Can you make balloon animals? That's the question.
I can.
So, Willie, how'd you like your intro tonight? Did I do a good job bringing you in the show?
Yeah, man. That's always funny. Like, we got a very special guest I'm going to bring in. And I'm like, all right, I'm on. And then you bring in somebody else from a Doc 69. I'm like, yeah, I see what you did there.
No, I love it. We start talking about soccer, and you're like, hey, what?
Yeah, soccer. Nobody cares about soccer. No,
Gary says he loves it. He loves it that we included him.
Who? Gary?
Yeah, OG Gary 07 in Kick Chat. Yeah. Oh my! You should hear You should hear when Mama Lou's here, and also when David Hogg comes in and does Michael the Midget and all the other characters.
Willie done run them people off, man.
Yeah, he did.
Willie ran them off.
I got hairs coming off my belly. It's about a foot long.
You might want to get that checked.
Yeah, I do. I just noticed. I'm looking at my belly right now. I got hair all over my belly. Hey, I got this one hair. It's a foot long. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I can take a picture of it and send it to you.
No, don't do that. Don't.
Willie, if you do it right, you can use that to hold your pants up. You don't need a belt.
It is. It's a
you can hold your pants
hair.
up with it. Yeah.
I'm growing off my belly. It's got another one right beside it, about a half a foot. No, I got a little cluster of hairs on my belly that's just like longer than the rest of them.
Willie, like I said, man, you got to twine them together, make a rope, and you can hold your pants up with them.
Yeah, man.
It'll be something you can sell online. Is that teach people how to grow their belly button hairs really long so they can hold their pants up with them.
I'm certain there's an OnlyFans category for that.
Yeah, hey, I keep lint in my belly button for a fire starter in case of an emergency.
I knew it.
I ain't no lie. You think I'm joking?
No,
I'm looking at my belly button right now. No, hey, it's half full of lint right now. I got just enough lint.
You might be joking because I bet you haven't even seen your belly button in a couple of years.
What are you insinuating? I'm fat? No, hey, I was on Debbie's show the other night. Hey, I had fun. But what I worry about is being ruining her reputation.
Fair enough.
I actually think that she's going to actually ask you to run the second hour.
Yeah, no, man. Hey, because that's what I was trying to explain
30
to you, Mark.
seconds.
There's a big difference in James and Willie. You either want Willie or you want James. James ain't interesting.
No, Willie.
Hey, let's talk about Flat Earth some more. Come on.
Yeah, and here's your countdown. 5.
Love
4,
you guys, man.
Have a good one.
3.
All right, Willie, love you.
2. 1, and you're back live and on the radio side for the last segment right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, March 29th, 2026. And as always, we've got a great show lined up for you guys. Honestly, it's been a while. Let's do it. Doc, you ready?
Let's do it.
Canada Corner. Let's go to Canada, buddy. You ready?
It's scary, but let's go.
The mayor of Toronto had this to say. Let me just play this clip. It's incredible.
Mayor Chow, what do you think about ICE coming to Toronto? ICE have no place in this city. Toronto is about to welcome thousands and thousands of families because of FIFA World Cup, where everyone belongs, everyone's welcome. So stay out, ICE. We do not need you here.
Okay, that was the mayor of Toronto.
Yeah.
Now, this is tricky. This is a tricky one, Doc. This is a tricky one, but did you catch what was wrong with that statement? It's really tricky. It's technical. It's a legal thing.
I don't think ICE is a Canadian agency.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Man, you're smart. See, you're smart. Willie always says you're smart. You're smart.
Oh, sometimes.
Yeah. If the mayor of Toronto is worried about ICE coming to, let's just...
Mayor Chow, what do you think about ICE coming to Toronto? ICE have no place in this city. Toronto's...
ICE have no place in this city.
Canada has really lost its way. They're basically run by the Chinese at this point. But that's bad. Like, how?
Her name is Chow. Yeah, it's Chow, Mayor Chow.
How dumb do you have to be to get that wrong? Like, how uninformed is this person?
Well, she can't possibly be, right? We both agree with that. So what she's doing is she's yelling disinformation. Yeah, she's working up people into a frenzy over literally nothing.
Maybe, but I kind of think she's just dumb.
That's a special level of stupid, though, isn't it? Isn't that like a couple tiers high, like S class, stupid?
That would be S tier, for sure.
Yeah.
That would be up there with, the top levels of some of the dumbest things ever that a politician has said. But you got to also consider it is Canada. They put more humans to death than stray dogs. So it's they're not so bright up there.
Yeah, yep. I've got more from Canada, actually. There's more. No. That's just the first one, right? The FIFA coming, and people want to celebrate the FIFA. And so we are not wanting to let ICE into to Canada.
Yeah.
Does she not know? 51st state? It hasn't happened yet, lady. It's coming, probably, but it hasn't happened yet.
Well, maybe she's just getting ahead of the ball. Maybe she's just getting on the ball, making friends with the Democrats.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Canada, in all their wisdom, is about to start doing something that I think is, God. They're going to go door to door to collect guns. They passed a law recently that made it illegal to have a, assault weapon.
Yeah.
And so they made a list of thousands of different guns and manufacturers and, specific models and yada yada, and said, you've got through the summer to turn them in. We'll buy them off you. And they're estimating that about 2.5% of the firearms have been, declared and brought in. So this big offer, bring your guns into the police station. They set up people. They put them on the desk. Here you go. You're going to be busy all day. People are going to be coming in. You're going to be buying guns left and right. You're amount of cash. And they sit there bored all day. Nobody showed up. Now what's left? You just made it illegal to own weapons. And you said, here's your window to turn them in. What do you do now? You got to go door to door. Right? Yeah. Either laws mean something or they don't. 98% of the gun owners in Canada said, nah, whatever. I'm just going to keep it, thank you. I've got grizzly bears that live outside my home. I've got kids. I'm going to have a shotgun, thank you very much. No, Doc, I'm rambling. What do you say?
I don't, again, this supports my conclusion that Canadian politicians are not that bright. This is going to go well. This is going to be very dangerous and is probably going to lead to multiple shootouts with the police. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe Canada gets to the Civil War before America does. I don't know.
There's been a long time saying here in America. I grew up with it. I heard it when, early as I was alive, pretty much. If you want to take my guns, you can pry it from my cold, dead hands. Right?
Correct.
You've heard that from as long as you can remember?
My dad had it as a bumper sticker on his truck.
Okay. Pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Yeah.
That's what this is getting to in Canada. You're really going to go door to door to what? Millions and millions of homes? You got the resources in Canada to do that?
I don't think they do.
And again, grizzly bears are a thing. Wolves are a thing. It's flat out wilderness up there, folks. A lot of these people they're not living in like a Manhattan borough, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or a Toronto suburb or whatever. This is wilderness. They need guns. It's very easy for some dude in Washington, D.C. to say that this guy in Alaska doesn't need his, Magnum 45.
Well, it's so weird to me too, because the Canadian people have a pretty big culture of guns, very much like Americans do, especially out west in Alberta and Saskatchewan and what's the other one?
British Columbia.
British Columbia. Yeah, that area is much more wilderness than the East Coast, and they are very, very much pro-gun in that part of even the lefties are pro-gun in that part of the Canada. So it's very odd to me that this even got to the level it did. But I think this is super silly on the part of the government in Canada. They should just stop before it gets out of hand. They really should.
Because at some point somebody's going to say, no, you can't have it. I need it. I've got a family out here. There's you don't know anything about it because you're just some cop from, the county or whatever. I got a pack of wolves that live outside my door. You know what I mean? Literally a pack of wolves that live less than a mile away. I hear them every single night. And, I'll be damned if I'm going to let one of them approach one of my kids in the middle of the night.
Or take my livestock or any of that.
Yeah. Whatever it is, man. I'm working out there all day and I got grizzly bears. Right? If one comes up on me, I turn around and bam, there's a grizzly bear right there. I need to at least be able to, send up a warning shot that, you got to be wise. If you've got like a 22, you don't necessarily want to shoot a grizzly bear with a 22.
No. That'll just make it mad. It's like shooting.
Exactly.
That'd be like shooting an NFL offensive lineman with a BB gun. You're just going to make it mad.
You're going to piss them off big time.
Yeah.
You're about to get your butt handed to you. But so you got to kind of, be prepared for what why you need a gun. That's the thing. Like people in Washington, D.C. that want to make these rules don't even understand that equation. You know what I mean? Like why you actually need a specific gun in a certain situation. Well, why you need a 45 instead of a 22.
Right. Well, and also you have the other side of it. You look what happened in Australia. After they collected all their guns, they got put in concentration camps for COVID.
There you go.
There's a lot of Canadians up there looking at what happened during in 2020, and they were like, I don't trust these guys taking away my guns. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So Canada didn't necessarily open up the camps like Australia did, but they weren't far behind.
Pretty close. If you went through the border and you got tested, you got put in a hotel, but they didn't actually build camps like they did down in Australia. That was quite extreme. And I think a lot of people have that in the back of their minds, like, hey, I not only do I need this because I live out in the rural area, but if they take my guns, what are they willing to do to me?
Yeah, why do they want them so bad?
Right. So,
like, I'm no threat to anyone. I have some guns for self-defense and for, for the purposes I would need those specific guns out here, i.e. bears, wolves, things like that, and I have kids, you know. If I see my kid playing out in, you know, the far end of the yard, and 50 yards behind her is a wolf that's slowly stalking in on her, you know what I mean, and she's totally blissfully unaware, then I grab a rifle and I take that thing out before it can pounce on my child and drag it off into the woods. And, you know, without that gun, that dog's going to grab my kid and drag it into the woods, and I'm going to have to track it down, and by the time I get to it, it's over.
Yep.
You know?
Well, I mean, this is what they deal with in Wyoming and Colorado, where they've released the wolves and repopulated them. They have to stay strapped when they go out. They cannot go out and do their ranching work, their farm work, without being prepared, because they're there.
Yeah. And that's for a full-size man. I mean, you know, a little kid is just a nothing, you know?
Oh, yeah. They don't stand a chance. Yeah.
I remember being in Jackson Hole, and I read, and this is totally off subject, but I read this funniest article in the newspaper there. I mean, I found it funny. This little old lady was walking her, like, little tiny poodle, little toy poodle, and a bald eagle came down and grabbed it while she's walking it. And it was on a leash, and the leash was like wrapped around her arm, you know what I mean? So she's standing there, her arms up in the air, pulling down the dog who's in the talons of the eagle. Okay. So she takes her purse in her other hand and starts swatting at the bird. And she knocks the bird to the ground. The bird drops the dog. She saves the dog, picks up the dog, and runs home. And Lord, did she not get the book thrown at her.
Yeah, that's a federally protected animal there, ma'am. You can't hit that with your purse.
Exactly. It's because whoever made that rule, I mean, they weren't sitting in Jackson Hole, right, walking their poodle, ever thinking of that scenario coming down. You know what I mean? They just never even, you simply can never, ever harm this animal, ever. It's a bald eagle. It's super extinct. Well, actually, it's not. In Alaska, they consider them like rats. You know, if you have
they are
pizzeria, there's going to be 50 of them out there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. These centralized authorities in places far away from the people that have to actually deal with the issue firsthand make these rules, and they don't really understand how the rules can impact somebody who lives in these places. And it's the same with guns. If they make a rule in Toronto and you live in downtown Toronto and they don't want any guns in the city, but that law applies to you and you live out in the Alberta woods and you got a ranch out there and you have cows you got to protect, those are different people, two different scenarios. They need two different legal standards for things.
And a cow's like $1,000 to you. That's $1,000, right?
Yes.
You know, at the end of the year, if you can, you know, work your butt off from sun up, or not even sun up, like from dark to dark, you know what I mean? You're out there all day, every day, working your butt off, and you're making 80 grand a year. That's, you know, one cow. Now you're making 70 grand a year, 79 grand, you know, on and on. 5 more, you're making 75. It's money out of your pocket, directly out of your pocket. For what? So the wolves that these people release back into society can eat well. You know, I mean, I get it up in Canada where it's just part of the nature, but in areas like Colorado where they're reintroducing them, it's a little bit, you know, it's kind of like interfering with Mother Nature. Mother Nature is us, and we did this in such a way that they don't exist in these certain areas anymore because they were too dangerous. Because we lived with them for a long time and said, man, these things are dangerous. There's, you know, shoot on sight.
That's why they had to re-legalize hunting them.
Let's bring the dinosaurs back.
Oh, they're trying.
By the way, folks, that's our producer. He jumps in every now and then with very random points. In Canada now, we're still in Canada corner. We're still there, folks. 5% of all obituaries, all deaths in Canada and the Great White North are due to euthanasia. Medical assistance in death is what they call it, MAID. Right? This lady in her 80s, early 80s, 80 years young, she would say, woke up one morning with a really bad back pain, excruciating pain. Called her daughter. Daughter comes over. Oh, man, let's get you in an ambulance. They put her in an ambulance, send her off to the hospital. And the very first thing the doctor said was, made. We have medical assistance in death if you need it. They didn't look into what the problem was. They didn't do anything. They saw an 84-year-old woman with intense back pain and immediately went to, maybe now you should die today. Do you want to die today? You can die today if you'd like to. And she flipped out. They treated her for a couple months, and then she recovered fully. And she traveled all over the world since then. She's been to Cuba, Mexico, and Guatemala. She climbed a volcano in Guatemala.
Yep. Now just imagine.
And they wanted to kill her.
Just imagine that scenario, only make the girl 25 years old and has depression, because they're doing that too.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that story.
It's terrifying what they're doing up there.
That's why it's 5% of all the deaths up there now. It's going to be one of the leading causes of death. And I bet you, if you're there illegally from another country, they would never in a million years offer you that.
No,
I'm just going to say it. Yeah.
No, 100%. I mean, it's a common thread through a lot of these elites in these Western countries, especially the European aligned ones. They do not really consider their own population very valuable, and things like MAID show it quite clearly.
I mean, it's tough for Canada. Do they have a culture? Do they have an identity? Is being Canadian a thing even? Right? Can you be a Canadian?
Yeah, I mean, some people would say yes.
Do you have a culture? What's your culture? Rush? Kids in the hall?
Syrup?
Beer?
Oh, then you got the Frenchies in Quebec.
Oh, well, that's different. That's French culture. That's not us.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. They might make a poutine, but they do it very snobby, very snoozy.
Yeah, no, it's hard for Canada though, because really they are stuck between being mostly American culture and having European sensibilities, and then their leadership is very much on the European model, and so it's at odds with what culture they do have in most of the country.
And it seems like they've sort of rolled over to the royalty in Canada more so than, say, Australia has,
It seems so, yeah.
Yeah. To just see that decay, to see that country fall apart, it's sad. It's sad, because I always had so much respect from Canada. I grew up very close to it. I could, cross the border in like an hour. And I did many, many, many times. I mean, the drinking age there is 18. And so when we were even 17, they don't really check IDs in Canada. If you look anywhere close enough, they just let you in. So yeah, it was easy to go like to Canada with a bunch of buddies, even sometimes we just get a room over there and, I'll crash out on the floor, like 10 of us in a hotel, and, just party there till, until we just all passed out, basically at 18, 17 years old, because you can go to Canada and party, do whatever you want. You can go there and buy a ton of beer, put it in the trunk and drive home. You had to remember one thing, and that is when they ask you if you have anything, you just say no.
No. Very calmly.
Yeah.
No.
I'll never forget the one time we drove over the border, and I probably shouldn't even be saying this on the radio, but this is high school, man. I'm telling you, long, long time ago. Going over the border, our hippie friend is driving. Mistake right there. We get to the border, and the guy says, "Do you guys have anything illegal or explicit, in the car?" And he says, "What, like weed?" I swear to God. What, like weed? All right, can you pull over there? And we're like, dude, you just say no.
It was a yes or no question. He didn't want a follow-up question from you. He just wanted you to say no, so he could say, off you go, you know? But you had to never outlive that one.
If you've ever crossed the Canadian border enough times, that's happened. That happened to us one time, too.
Really?
We had that buddy in the car as well. He wasn't driving, but he said something dumb from the passenger seat, and we got pulled over, and they had searched the whole car.
That's even worse, because they didn't even ask you the question, dude.
Yeah, you don't even have to talk, bro. Just be quiet.
Yeah. Like, there's a King of the Hill episode where, I don't know, they're trying to smuggle fireworks up. You know? And Boomhauer just can't get his head around, you know, just being able to say no. No, it wasn't Boomhauer. It was the other guy, the perverted one. But yeah, he just couldn't say no. They kept practicing. Do you have any fireworks? Yes, no. Anyway, we're way off subject. Way off subject here. If you have anything to add, go ahead.
No. Let's move on.
Okay, so Canada Corner, I'm swiping right. We're done with all this Canada stuff. And I'll tell you, I wish them all the best. I love Canada. I love it. That's where we're getting to here. You know what I mean? I love Canada. It was always so much fun to go up there. And we just had a riot every time we did. And it's sad to see them literally killing themselves while they, you know, people talk about replacement theory. What is it when 5% of all your deaths are just you killing your own citizens? Meanwhile, you're just letting everyone else in the world come in.
Yeah.
You know? And you can't tell me that they're cracking down, that just because American, you know, immigration is like down to zero, that Canada is probably still wide open, right?
I would imagine so.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the facts. I'd like to look into that, actually. But Wednesday, I'll have some answers on that. But I'd bet money that they're probably absorbing many of the millions that would have come here.
Definitely from India. I know they get a lot of immigrants from India.
Yeah. So let's see what's going on here. All right. No, I'm not going to do that one. Let's go to Ilhan Omar. Somaliland is telling the U.S. it's ready to take Ilhan Omar after J.D. Vance's immigration fraud claims. Somaliland, are you familiar with that, Doc? Or even if you are, I'll still go through it.
Yeah, that's the northern part of Somalia that broke off and created its own kind of country.
Correct. And it's only been recognized so far by, I think, Israel.
Correct, yeah.
So, Ilhan Omar married her brother. And you touched on this in the first hour, and I promised everyone we'd come back to it because it deserves a little bit of time. Now, when she came here, she did it legally. But then later on, she wanted to get her brother over here. And because they had different last names for varying, you know, reasons, whatever, it's culture and whatnot in Somalia. By the way, her father allegedly was a big, you know, sort of ringleader in the cartel there, a very hated man, and fled the country after some sort of revolution in fear for their lives. So she came from power in Somalia and was, you know, thrown out of power. So this is like, you know, chapter 2. She's just repeating the legacy she came from here in America, where she married her brother to get him here into the United States. That is immigration fraud. If you commit immigration fraud, that is grounds for losing your citizenship. And J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, the highest of highest in the White House, are saying, we got her. We got all the evidence. It's right here. So, Doc, what are the odds that they actually rescind her citizenship and expel her to Somaliland? Not Somalia, where she wants to go, because that's where her money is, but to Somaliland.
Well, I put the odds pretty low, probably about 5%, only because of Pam Bondi. But if we had a real attorney general that actually took on some of these cases, she would be on the first boat out tomorrow. I have a feeling, because there's a lot of people on the Hill that are pretty sick of her.
Exactly. Now, you say boat, not airplane, boat.
Oh, no, we're making her take the boat trip back.
Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, it's an interesting case. And I mean, they're coming out and saying we've got her dead to rights. And she even came out recently and put out a video that said, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm old enough. I've got I made my nut, so to speak.
Yep.
And off I go. But how much of that money is illegal?
I would say bunches of it. I mean, I don't know anybody who's gotten into Congress and become wealthy and did it legit. So I assume that most of the money that she has is ill-gotten gains.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I would love to see her shipped off to Somaliland. I would love it. It would be great.
I would be, interested in seeing that too. And then J.D. Vance also came out and said, Swalwell, we've got him on mortgage fraud. So,
come on, Pam.
Also in the Fang stuff too. They're coming out on, and they're going to start releasing a bunch of the Fang stuff. So,
goes back to the James O'Keefe thing, though. We got to get action. Come on, somebody do something.
Exactly, folks. We need to see arrests, but. Anyway, let's leave it on that. We're out of time. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. As I promised you earlier, the fastest 2 hours in radio. So fast that we're out of time. Folks, come back and see us on Wednesday night, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, right here on this channel. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you then.
Thank you for listening to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. If you've missed any of tonight's show, you can find it and others in our archives. Thanks again, and you can catch us next week for another brand new show.